Good morning, students. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about data communication processor. See, this is something that we have already discussed in a prior lecture. That is, yesterday we have discussed about data communication processor, what data communication processor is all about. Then we have discussed about modem. What is the use of modem? It is used for modulation as well as demodulation, because we know that a telephone line understand the voice communication only, whereas in case of computer understands only the language, binary language. So we need some device to modulate as well as demodulate the signals. Now, after that, we have discussed about the various transmission modes. What were the transmission mode? Like, we have simplex, duplex and full duplex. What was simplex? Simplex was a mode of transmission in which the sender can send the data only at a one side, that the information can be transferred only in one direction, not in both the direction. And what was the example of it? Radio, television, all these are the example of simplex only. Then we have discussed about half duplex. What is half duplex? See, in half duplex we have discussed that the data can be transmitted in one direction only. But in case of half duplex, then what is going to be the difference between half duplex and simplex? See, in simplex also data can be transferred in one direction, whereas in case of half duplex we have discussed that it can transfer in both the ways, but only one at a time, one direction at a time. For example, वॉकी टॉकी we have seen, आपने देखा होगा वॉकी टॉकी में एक बार जब सेंडर और रिसीवर होता है, जब सेंडर इज सेंडिंग अ सिग्नल देन रिसीवर रिमेन क्वाइट, एंड व्हेन रिसीवर सेंड्स अ सिग्नल देन सेंडर रिमेन द क्वाइट. मतलब एक बार में एक ही इंसान बोल सकता है, राइट. एंड ट्रांसमिशन जो होता है इट टेक प्लेस इन बोथ द डायरेक्शन, राइट. सो this is half duplex. Now, after that we have discussed full duplex. And what is the example of full duplex? See, the data can be sent in both the directions simultaneously. एक साथ हम डेटा को सेंड कर सकते हैं और रिसीव कर सकते हैं. और उसके एग्जाम्पल्स हमने जो देखे थे, दैट वाज वीडियो कॉलिंग एंड ऑडियो कॉलिंग, राइट. सो दैट वाज समथिंग दैट वी हैव discussed yesterday in detail. Now today we are going to discuss about protocol, right. So what is protocol? This is something that we are going to discuss today. See, the communication line, modems and other devices used in any transmissions are collectively called data links. Now, what is data link? Data link is nothing but it is a communication lines, modems, all and other devices. जो भी डिवाइसेस ट्रांसमिशन के लिए यूज़ होते हैं उन सबको हम डेटा लिंक ही कहते हैं. दे ऑल आर कलेक्टिवली कॉल्ड एज डेटा लिंक. नाउ द ऑर्डरली ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ डेटा इन अ डेटा लिंक कैन बी अकम्प्लिश्ड बाय अ प्रोटोकॉल. नाउ सी, वी हैव so many data links out there. We have modem, we have communications lines, we have devices, but there has to be some way by which we can transmit the data in an order fashion, in a particular protocol, in a particular rules. So how we are going to do that? We are going to achieve that with the help of protocol. So now here comes the definition of protocol. A protocol is a set of rules that are followed by interconnecting devices to ensure that all the data is passed correctly without any error. So what is the basic job of protocol is? See, if you are talking about the job or the function of protocol, it makes sure that whatever data is being sent, it is sent correctly. There is no error in the data. And if you have to define what is protocol is basically a set of rule. एक rules का set है जिसे हम follow करते हैं for interconnecting devices. और हम क्यों follow करते हैं? ताकि we can make sure that whatever data is being passed, it is passed correctly. Right? This is clear? So what is protocol? This is clear. It's a set of rule that is followed by interconnecting devices. All the devices that are interconnected to each other, it follows the rules, and that rule is called protocol. And why we use protocol? To make sure that there is no data loss and all the data is being correctly sent. Means we send error-free data. Protocol makes sure that we send error-free data. There is no error. Right. Now after that we are going to discuss, we have discussed what is protocol. Now we are going to discuss how many types of protocols are there. So broadly, if you have to categorize, or you have to subdivide protocols, then you can subdivide into two parts or two protocols. First is character oriented and second is bit oriented. Now question arises, what is character oriented and what is bit oriented, right? So in case of character oriented, it is based on the binary code of character set. Character oriented is based on binary code, and the code is mostly used in ASCII. Which is the form in which this code is being used? It is used in the form of ASCII, right? And it includes uppercase, lowercase letter, numerals, variety of symbol. So first thing that you need to understand in character oriented protocol is that it is based on binary code. On which code it is based? It is based on binary code, and it is mostly used in ASCII. Now what does it include? What does this protocol include? It includes uppercase, lowercase, numericals, and so many symbols, exclamatory signs, different types of special symbols that are available to us. All these comes into the category of character-oriented protocols only. See, the character that control the transmission is called communication control character. Now there are certain characters also which actually control the transmission, and how we are going to define these character? We are going to define this character as a How we are going to define? We are going to define this character as a communication control character. Now, after discussing about the character-oriented protocol, the second category of protocol is bit-oriented protocol. Now, what is bit-oriented protocol? We are going to discuss this. See, in case of bit-oriented protocol, it does not use character in its control field and is independent of any code. First thing that we need to understand in bit-oriented protocol is that it does not use character. Characters are not allowed in it. They don't use characters. And second thing is they are code free, means they are independent of any code. They don't use any type of code in it, right? So it allows the transmissions of serial bit streams of any length without implementation of character boundaries. Means serial bit stream of any length without implication of character boundaries. We don't have any boundaries in it. Bit by bit transfer take place. And how does transfer take place? Serially. We know there are two types of transmissions, serial transmission and parallel transmissions. We have already discussed in the prior lecture. So what we have understood in today's lecture, we have discussed about the protocols, what exactly the protocol is. So let's summarize it in the end. What is protocol? Protocol is basically a set of rule, right? And who follows this set of rule? It is the devices, all the devices that are interconnected with each other. They use that as set of rules. And why they use that set of rules? If you are using something, then there must be some reason. We are using this protocol to make sure that the data is error free, right? And after that, we have discussed how many types of protocols are there. Then we have two types of protocol. First is character oriented and second is bit oriented. Then we have discussed what are the points of character oriented. In case of character oriented, only binary code is there. It is used in ASCII. All the uppercase, upper alphabet, lowercase, small letters, all the numericals, that is 1 to all the numericals are included into the special character like exclamatory signs, underscore, hyphens. All these are included in the character oriented. And what characters? All those characters. What is communication control character? All the character that control the transmissions comes into the category of communication control character. And second, what we have discussed, bit oriented. What are the points that we need to understand in the bit oriented? That it does not use character. First thing, पहला point that you need to understand is that इसमें हम कोई भी character use नहीं करते हैं. पहली चीज़ bit oriented में ये आ गई कि हम इसमें कोई character use नहीं करते. We don't use any character. Second thing that comes into it is independent of code. Bit oriented protocol में हम कोई भी किसी भी तरह का, and we are not going to use any type of code written, right? Third point in bit oriented protocol is serial bit stream transmission take place, right? What type of transmission take place? Serial bit of stream transmission take place, right? And what is going to be the length? Is there any restriction of size that only this much amount of data can be transmitted? No, there is no boundations of length. It could be of any length and without any boundaries of character, right? So it is not even having a boundaries of character. So I think this is clear to you all. What is protocols? How many types of protocols are there, right? Then we have also done the revisions of transmission mode, right? And then we have discussed about modem. Then we have discussed about processor, data communication processor. So this is all for today, and still if you have any problem, feel free to ask me. Thank you for watching this video.